Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And we've got some Guns N' Roses news today. So the first piece of news is that Izzy tweeted out a shout out to the My GNR forums, basically just thanking them for all the support over the years. I always know whenever I go on any Guns N' Roses forums, I always go to My GNR forums. I think it's probably my favorite forums out of all the ones out there. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. You can go to mygnrforum.com, and they've got a lot of cool sections and a lot of good posts on there as well. So let's go on to our next piece of news. So apparently, the Guns N' Roses concert that they did in Detroit, Michigan back in 2002. I know a lot of people have talked about this concert, but it looks like somebody has actually uploaded the whole show in its entirety on YouTube. So if you guys ever wanted to watch the full concert, you guys can go check it out. I've linked to the concert down below. Let's talk now about Art Teavana's recent interview with Steven Adler and his mother. So Art Teavana was the person who wrote that fantastic article about Izzy Stradlin. I think it was last year about, they tried to go find Izzy Stradlin and actually interview him, but they were unsuccessful. But it was a very fascinating look, at Izzy himself. And I learned a lot of things I didn't know before. And he interviewed Steven Adler, and they talked a bit about the Guns N' Roses reunion as well as what's next for Steven. So a couple of the questions I wanted to talk about were some of the things I was always wondering about when it came to Steven Adler and the reunion. So Art asked, were you worried Steven could start using again after he hurt his back and couldn't take part in the GNR reunion show at the Troubadour? His mother said, I thought about it, but I was wrong. He's so much stronger today, but he really did hurt his back. He had to have surgery, so sure I thought he'd go back on drugs because he was so hurt, but he didn't. We just talked about this. He's not going to play anymore unless it's a great band or something, but he's got to do the benefits and things like that. He also revealed during the interview that nothing is planned right now with Guns N' Roses, but he said he wants to help people who are battling addiction and resentment. So that's something he may be working on in the future. He did bring up a book called The Four Agreements. He said it's a great book and it basically changed his life. He said it helped me get back to being the happy-go-lucky person I was before I had this abusive relationship in my life. So if you guys want to read the whole interview, I've linked to Art's interview down below. It's a good read. Let's go on to our next news story of the day. So Tommy Stinson was on a radio show called Out of the Box with Jonathan Clark on Q104.3, and he talked about Guns N' Roses as well as the reunion and Axl as well. So he talked about his time with Guns N' Roses. He said it was a good gig for me. I won't josh you on that. He said he had to turn down some of the tours with them, and they kind of got frustrated with that because he had to deal with some personal issues with his ex-wife as well as his kid. He said every musician probably that gets to any sort of place in their life where they're doing okay will probably attest that when you start trying to have family and kids, it gets real hard. He was also asked whether he was surprised that Axl reunited with Duff and Slash, and he revealed he was kind of surprised and he kind of wasn't. He said everyone's got their stuff. He basically said a guy like Axl just can't afford to sit around on his butt and do nothing, and he thinks that Axl did the right thing. He said everyone's having a ball. He went and saw the actual reunited version of the band, or at least this semi-original version of the band a couple times. He said he's still in touch with a lot of guys in the band, and they share text every now and then. And he said that the only guy he never met, of course, was Slash, although somebody claims that Tommy did meet Slash once, but he probably can't remember. And he also said that he didn't miss the Guns N' Roses gig anymore. He said, I miss the people a whole lot, and obviously you miss the fans and stuff like that. But where I'm in my life right now, that's just a whole thing that I'm not saying I'd never do it again, but I'm kind of glad I moved on from that. So if you guys want to see the entire interview, I've linked to it down below. And that basically does it for today's Guns N' Roses news, guys. As always, let me know your comments in the comment section down below. And also make sure you guys subscribe to my Guns N' Roses channel for all the latest news, retrospectives of their old songs, their albums, and be sure to like me on Facebook and Twitter. I've got the links to my social media accounts below, and make sure you like this video if you guys enjoyed the content. So thanks for watching, guys, and have yourself a good day.